I'm always ready. And then after the floral pattern, dude, you take your crochet needle and you stitch that stitch we were talking about. You get
Oh,
out.
gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is
I
that?
just had the ladies over with some tea and shit, dude. It was
I was just
beautiful.
doing like you're not talking. I'm just doing over and under. You're doing more advanced stuff.
Well, I mean, dude, if you want to get into our oh shit, dude, are we live?
Oh my
Whoops.
goodness, yeah. But we shouldn't schedule our podcast back to back. It's like that's where you get
That's the
messed up.
problem. The switch over, yeah. I mean, we're definitely not in a sewing club or anything, but
No. Yeah, and I know
what?
switch back is one of the terms. I know we use that a lot in
Oh,
that
hell yeah,
club.
dude. Not to
Yeah.
mention that back stitch. It'll get you
The
every
back
time, dude.
stitch, and then we got the cutbacks,
Oh,
fantasy football. I got to keep my podcast straight.
then you got a juke and the cutback, spin move, reverse hurdle, right? From
Oh
Saquon
my
against the
God.
Jags.
Oh my
The
God.
best. Well, I don't think we talked about that
We
at
did.
all, but
That would
that
that
might be.
that's the play of the year.
That's the great. I didn't even know a human being could do that, dude.
That's the play of the decade. Like it's
Yeah, yeah,
ridiculous.
that's some Barry Sanders versus Dallas on a Thanksgiving shit, dude. Like
It didn't even really make sense.
it. Except though, as a football fan, it just gives you a boner, and that's why we love it so much.
No doubt. Did you I actually heard about the play before I actually saw it. Is that the same for you?
Yeah,
And I heard it described, and I'm like, I have to see this. Like what do they even talk about?
right. And if somehow it did not,
Didn't.
underwhelm in any way,
No,
dude.
no. I
It
was even
lived up
more
to the
impressed.
hype. So
And
yeah, I guess if anybody hasn't seen it, go check out Saquon's run versus the Jags. But I'm sure we all
yeah.
have.
And I don't like talking about Saquon this week since it's playing against me right now, and he's got him in the lineup. I thought maybe, he'd take it easy on me, but then again, he just oh, sorry,
Oh
not
well,
Ed, Beans bitch, Beans bitch.
yeah. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about last week. What happened?
All right, well,
Talk
let's
me
get
through.
into week 11 of the Tonto Demise podcast. I am Hillbillies on PCP, Tonto Bull Six Champ, sitting here with.
I am Disco Danny Brandon AIDS, your current third place world champion, all by myself, all by my lonesome at 6-4.
Nice.
Speaking of which, Brian, for those new subscribers, I just want to let everybody know I beat Brian by 5. Was it less than 5?
Dude, you know what? You know what's even worse? That like I was literally watching in was it the second quarter or the third quarter that Tyreek got his touchdown? Was
It was after halftime because I
Yeah, so
had
it
to
was
do
it was
the
kind
old,
of early in the third quarter then. And
yeah.
I saw that you had me by point one or point two, something like that. I was like, all right, finally I can go to bed. So I messaged you and then I went to bed and I woke up expecting to be down by 20 or 30. And then I
Right.
woke up and I was down by like five or six. That's when I lost by. I was so mad.
And you're like, Jalen Warren getting stripped to the goal line. It's bullshit. Fuck you,
Yeah,
Jeremy
Jalen
Tillman.
Warren, that was definitely a 8 point swing, right there.
Calvin Ridley garbage time touchdown cost me
Yeah.
11 and a half. We could do this all day,
I
baby.
know. Noah Brown, easy, easy,
Oh my.
easy touchdown drop. Did you happen to see that?
Yes, I did, Brian. And it's one thing to be at work and not being able to watch, but then I get this text message. I'm at work, folks, and it says it's something to the effect of, "Man, Noah Brown just dropped the easiest touchdown I've ever seen." Not trying to rub it in, but man, that was pathetic.
It was, yeah. And then you had to message back something that was when Jalen Warren fumbled on the goal line like a dick.
And I said to Brian, I said, "I'm not trying to rub it in or anything, but man, that was pathetic."
And
And
it
it turns
was. It
out it
was
really
pathetic.
could have been a difference, but it was a good fight. I
It was a
hate
great
playing
fight.
you. And then,
Congratulations. Congratulations on the win. I really do honestly think, and I'm not just saying it because I lost. I really think it would have been different if Nico was in there. I mean, that's pretty clear. Pretty clear.
well,
When you put Robert Woods in,
well, first off, why is he still on your team? Why? How have you
I don't
not
know,
cut
man.
this guy
I
yet?
should. I should. I mean, he's going to be the first one to be cut, but I didn't really need to cut anybody yet. You mean just
Either
on
did I,
principle?
but
On principle?
Demarcus Robinson didn't even last a game, Brian. Had I had to play that guy, he would have cost me. I wouldn't have won. Good
Yeah, he
thing
didn't do
Tyreek
anything
went
today.
out there. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, he didn't make it out the third quarter. Brian cut his ass because we don't take that kind of shit on disco, and you shouldn't. Bobby Trees
No.
should be on waivers, dude. just for the energy of your team. Just throwing that out there.
I got you. Maybe I need to do that now or at least before Sunday.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely before Sunday.
let's get into
It,
some unfinished business since we already are kind of. Um,
uh,
Good.
Honestly, I don't really have much to say. I am lucky to win. I thought that second half against CJ was crazy. I left work and it was halftime of the game and I'm down 20, right? Because I know the defensive scores.
Oh
I've
yeah.
already had
Oh
them.
yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I'm down 20. Oh, well. And that's finally when I came to grips with it. Kind of balanced my life out. I drove home. I was like, why are you acting like such a baby over it? You can't control this shit. Be cool. And I
Exactly.
did. I went home and I was
Good.
cool. I
Good.
apologized for calling you a garbage time cunt and
Thank
all
you.
these other
Yes.
things I
Apology
said.
accepted. Yep.
Had a really bad day, but then I got my jammies on, dude. I'll tell you what, it just and then at the end of the game, I'm down 17. I'm like, how no? I really meant that. How the fuck did that happen? Dalton Schultz went out there and just beat some ass in the second half, dude. That
He
was
did.
weird.
He did, but he didn't do much when he got like what, 10, 11 points.
He picked, yeah, no, he only picked up 7 points in the second half, but that was more than CJ and Bobby Trees' four.
Yep. CJ's two interceptions didn't help.
Uh, anyway, that's all I
Yeah.
got. I don't want to talk about that game anymore. That's over.
Yeah.
We're on to week 11. That's all we care about, Brian.
Yeah.
What you got?
Not much. I want to give a shout out to Kabisic for. I only listened to the first 15 minutes of his podcast, his recap. However, like I told you, I listened to it like at 1.5 speed because I just try to get through it, but I want to catch it all, and I usually have limited time. So let's try to listen in the car and all that. And I could tell exactly what he was doing on that first defense. And here's the funny part: even at 1.5 speed, it was so long.
Dude. And
It
I was
was
gonna
so.
say, I was gonna say before the podcast, I think I even did, but for everybody else, yeah, dude, I got to that part where he was like pretending to out the defense, and after so, dude, I turned it off. I
It is
did. I
so
turned it
funny.
off. I got up from my bed. I went in the kitchen. I made some coffee or something. I went back to it. Like the next day, dude.
I was howling. I was
I was
howling. I was
pissed. I
laughing my
was so
ass off.
mad. I
I
was
had
so
the
mad.
exact opposite experience. I was
Well, first of
cracking
all, I
up.
mean, imagine it like, 50% speed, slower.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
imagine.
I just wasn't in the mood. I didn't care. I don't care that I won four in a row. I'll hear about it later. I don't care.
That's right. You
I
got you
really
got the.
did want to watch this week though because there was such good games like that came right down to the wire, and
Oh yeah, there's some
dude,
great
I was
games.
nervous and I wasn't even in these matchups, dude.
I also want to say that I'm happy. I'll say it out loud, even though Craig said it didn't phase him at all. I'm happy that he did not get the record. He was like what 20 points shy, something like that, of Jimmy's
Yeah,
record.
I mean, he didn't even scare the record, really.
No, no,
That
no.
now I see why it's so unbeatable. I don't know what Huber was up to that day, but damn. That's
Yeah,
the kind of shit you lay in bed and dream about. You're like, all right, Tyree can get 40. This guy can get 30. My quarterback's good for
right.
60. His ceiling is a 79. He might go for 83. I don't know. Defense, that's 60. Easy. My
You
kicker,
gotta.
25.
That's the only way you can actually piece it together to make sense. Yeah. But he gave it a good shot. I mean, but I'm glad it still stands. And someday it will fall, but it's fun the longer it lasts. You
It's
know.
so sick, though. Like,
Yeah.
talk about a wet dream. Like, he had that South Park guy,
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
steaming everywhere. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I can't imagine what that's like
Oh
because
my.
not who lives that lucky in fantasy
Oh my
other
God. Well,
than Maddie, dude.
did you mention it? Yeah, seriously. Did you mention it or did he mention it? Like how many different teams he would have beaten? It's including me.
He beat 9 teams on one night, dude, with three guys,
Yeah. Yeah.
including myself, dude. The only teams he didn't beat were, well, I don't even know, but
I
yeah,
mean, it doesn't matter. Kevin
KB was
Bean.
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had
Himself and
listen?
somebody
Who
else.
had KB by 100? By the way, I'm sorry,
Whew.
Ed. We'll
Not
get to that
us.
in a minute.
Not us, but man, Kevin Bean is alive. He is well. And I was thinking before this week, before it unfolded, I was like, can you imagine if he still had um his buns, his Philadelphia buns, plus plus his boy Jamar Chase, like he would be crushing with the buns and Chase. But
I
he
mean,
still did
yeah,
he still did amazing.
yeah.
Because I
No,
think
You never know, but you could put a guy like Purdy out there and he gets 55. I mean, you can see it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. So,
Anyway,
but anyways, anything else going on with you this week?
I can't think of it.
Yeah,
No, I'm
not
tired
too
as
much
fuck.
going
I'm a
on
little under the
here.
weather.
I'll tell you this. I went out to an actual live bar to watch a Steelers game last week. First time in probably, no lie, like a decade. And it was so sweet. So
Did
sweet.
you? You and Crystal?
No, one of my college friends, and Crystal could care less about football.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful just to be able to like go out and have a few beers and watch a game, like instead of like have being constantly interrupted by Nola, like doing some craft or whatever, like it's just
Yeah.
yeah, it was marvelous. I highly recommend it if you haven't gone out for a few years or a decade, do yourself a favor and go.
All right. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't root for Pittsburgh. You know
No,
that.
I know, but you can
So,
go to a sports bar that has multiple games playing.
right. Yeah, no, that's always a good
Anyways,
time.
yeah, it was fun.
So,
Uh,
was that a trade? Is that why Crystal's going out tonight? It's ladies' night, you know?
pretty much. It's ladies' night. She's
Mhm.
going, and her idea of fun is going to like a plant conference where they're doing like talks about their gardens. I'm like, hey, you do you have a great time.
Dude, have you not heard of the male strip club called Plant Conference outside of Beaverdale? Yeah,
No,
dude.
no, I didn't
Yeah.
hear about that one.
Yeah,
That's where
okay.
that's where she is today.
Yeah, so when she says that, dude, it's weird where your head goes and where
That's
her
so
head
funny.
goes. She's
It's
like, well,
like
they talked about how they get the shafts of the trees really big, Brian, all night long, you know.
that's great. I love it. Yep.
The twigs and berries were out, I'll tell you that.
Yep. Yep. I got it. I got it loud and
Uh,
clear. There's a
Quit
there's
watching
a
the game. Quit watching the game while we're
there's a sports bar on the south side called Work, which I think is hilarious. I'm gonna be home late. I gotta stay here at work. Got a
Oh,
lot of work
Eckler
to do.
touchdown. Sorry, dude.
What happened?
Eckler touchdown.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, I'm just kidding you.
Good, thank God. That's like I can't handle
Just
this.
check. I'm just checking to see where your head's at
Yeah.
right now. That's all.
I was gonna say I literally just saw a sack. Not a man's sack, but not a ball sack.
Oh my goodness! And
Yeah.
I'm usually the one, with all these things going.
Uh,
I kept it
anyway,
nice and sweet this week.
let's share the screen
Let's
and
dive in.
let's dive in. Let's check out some of these tasty, tasty standings.
And we scroll away
Oh,
from the
yeah,
ads as
look
always
at
and
these
start
matchups. We go to the lead.
newscast.
All right, so
Mm.
like we always do, let's take a quick look at the standings slash power rankings slash current projections. And still love seeing Possum there at the top, 8-2. He's got Craig. Look at that. He's only has Craig now by about 50 points. Oof. Craig
It's
has really
tightening up a
clawed
little
back.
bit in there.
Yeah, it is. And you're not very far behind. Like you said, I'm still in the 1700 club, which I'm very excited about. But I still got to string some wins together here.
Yeah,
So anyways, any
I don't
comments
know.
on
I
the
don't
current
know.
standings?
Not really. I mean, it's tightening up in the middle. I mean, I'm nowhere near clear of you guys, so any of these teams 3 to 12 can get in.
Dude, I
It
don't
looks
know.
like, I mean,
Bean's point total is still pretty far down. He needs to like a couple sexy Hondas all 4 weeks, pretty much, to
you
claw
don't
back
think a
into this.
6-8 team can get in?
I don't know. I think it's going to be. I think a couple 7-7s might, but I don't think
Mm,
6-8. I get. It depends on who's playing who.
right. And you have to feel like, some of these 5-5 teams are going to play each other. I know I got Maddie one of these games. I
I got
got
Maddie one of
Ed,
these games.
and I
I
got
got Ed
Gagsy
Auger.
again.
Yeah, and I got Gags and I got Possum. So I got at
Oh,
least two of these 5-5s.
this is the last week of like new opponents, right? We start the rematches next
Yes,
week. There's three of them.
yes,
So
that's right.
Ed's gonna look to get some revenge on me, but let's talk about this week.
Yeah, let's talk about this week.
Obviously, we know what matchup of the week is. I looked it over a little bit.
Oh yeah, probably it's got to be you, right?
I mean, You're gonna, which sucks, dude. I don't like my game being at the end, but whatever. This is, I mean, the most important stat in the game, as we know. And look how powerful you're getting, dude. Like,
It's always
you're
the
right where
most
you need
important
to be.
stat.
It really is. I mean, I should have a bye with Josh, and then you should be playing the Wiz in round
Ooh,
one.
I would love to take him out in the first
Mm.
round so much. I would. There's nothing more that I would like. All right, let's take a
I
look at
did
the
that
current
2 years ago. That's
projections.
why he changed his name. In fact, that might have been a Tope's last game. Was a loss to
Wow.
Disco in the playoffs. I
Ooh,
didn't even
you
think
should.
about that.
That's something to hang your hat on right there.
Well,
That's a
and that was
feather in your
also the
cap.
first team to ever beat the Wizard of Wimber as well. And
I do
I'm
remember
going to beat
that.
him this week. So let's just, I mean, obviously, because it says I'm going to run the table. He's on the table.
Look at
Let's
that,
run
dude.
it.
Look at that. You're running the table. They're claiming that I'm going to run the table, which I agree with. I'm not going to deny that. And look,
I think Yahoo's really got their shit figured out this year,
I
honestly,
actually
brother.
do. I kind of agree. I'm not blowing smoke. I really think they do. I don't know. I'm not sure about the actual standings, but
Yeah,
like
no, I
one
think
through six. I think they might have the top six, right?
they might, dude. I think they might.
Yeah.
By the end
Your
of this, I mean,
stepson. Look at your stepson squeaking in there. The only
dude, I'm
team to
telling you,
represent the East.
that'd be something. Well, he did. I mean, didn't he finish third last year? He
He
had that
did.
sick
He
kind.
did.
They scored like more. They both scored over two. It was such a good game. He
Yep.
came back and won that third place game that no one gives a fuck about. Do they, Brian?
Dude, I'd love to see him get back in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, now that he's my stepson, I have him to beat. You know.
And nothing would give me more joy than if I don't get a bye, to see you and Tree get a bye. That'd be awesome.
Well, let's suck each other's dicks later because my team's sucking balls right now, dude.
All right, let's get into this. So, get into some trade.
Wow,
And we have no contested transactions. Wow. All right, well,
it's a
let's look at
yawner,
all.
dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. There was just nothing that really interested me.
No, I didn't see much out there. I was more interested in the guy you cut than that. But all
Well,
right,
this is
what
the
up?
weirdest training week ever. Like, Ed is the only one that really got into trainings this week for money.
Right,
He's the only one who paid for trainings.
that's right, dude. He spent $29 on MBS. I mean, when you have
I know.
Olave, that's the next best thing. All right.
Yeah.
And then I had to poke fun at him because he spent $6 on the bus. Whatever that means. I don't know. Alec Pierce, you hit the bricks. And then for $1, that's about what he's
Yeah.
worth, Ray McLeod. And Trey Palmer got cut. Balls deep, grab Will Disley because what's his
Yep.
name's on a bye, I think. Tolbert
You
got
picked up
cut because
you
of
picked up Jerome
Dallas.
Ford.
Oh yeah, that was a good pickup. Strong.
Strong pickup.
I think I have two Bs on a bye next week. That's why I had to do that. I had to pick somebody.
Yeah.
And then we got Juju Smith-Schuster cut, and then Trey Benson picked up 4 biscuits, and for the ninth time this season, Kamani Vidal gets cut. He's
Wow.
not a thing, everybody. All right,
No,
Craig. I know
definitely.
Craig had him for a while, and then
He
finally
was
got rid
holding
of
on
him.
to him.
I don't
It's
know
like you
what.
want something to work.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what it
Kamani
works.
Vidal's not working not this
He's not
year.
a thing, dude. Isn't it like Hassan Haskins who poached that goal line touchdown from JK and the bus? Like, why fourth string on the Chargers?
Yeah.
Like, no
Yeah.
thanks, dude.
Yeah. That's pretty
So anyway,
gross.
wow. How do you give anything a tranny of the week, dude?
I don't know what to do for the training of the week.
You know what? I'll give it to MBS. Fuck it.
I guess
Throw a
so.
Hail Mary, dude. Just close my eyes and wing it like Derek Carr, dude.
He's the one that has the most potential. Again, he's playing against me, but yeah, I think you
Yeah.
got to this is definitely the most boring week for pickups. I mean, we had zero trades, and we have literally what 1 week left for trades. Not 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks.
Yeah, listen, the market's kind of slowed down. I mean, two for
As
ones. I've had some offers and I've talked to people about some pretty good players, but I don't want a 2 for 1 anybody, really. So,
no,
because, I could probably upgrade like Myers to like a better receiver, but again, his ROS is pretty sweet. And I can't lose one of my backs. So, I'm not looking to trade anybody, honestly.
2 for 1s are out the door, and you're pretty much setting. You're just kind of sitting on your team. I don't blame
I
you.
mean,
You got a team.
I got four trainees left. I can't be 2 for 1 and then hitting waivers and then trying to rebuild a week 11. I don't think anybody wants to do that. So I don't know.
You got to
We'll
keep
see.
a couple trainings in your back pocket just in case.
Right.
But
Anyway, yeah, no, boring as fuck, dude.
I
Nothing to talk
wonder
about.
if we will have a little flurry there at the end. I mean,
I hope so, dude.
I would think so. Maybe even before the Sunday. I don't know, because this is definitely the home stretch. These last 4 games, man, they are gonna make or break teams. And I love that there are so many teams in it. Like I think
I,
there's legitimately almost every team. I don't think Bean's in it. I'm not gonna lie. Gags maybe. I think he's got a higher point total, but pretty much everybody's in it.
Man, I'm
So
surprised. I'm still surprised no one's like, I see these running backs people are putting out there, and I got Kareem Hunt on the bench, dude. It's weird.
stop bringing up Cream.
Poor bastard can't get in the lineup, dude. He's
I
just
know.
produces 5 weeks in a row, but no big deal. Anyway,
I'm
nobody
really
cares
glad.
about that thing.
I'm really glad that because you were threatening that he was going to be traded before Sunday, and I can't tell you, like I'm really happy that your lineup didn't get better because of Kramer, being off your team. I thought for sure you're going to trade him again. I put in some ridiculous receiver at the last minute.
I don't know. It would have been somebody better than Noah Brown, I think.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, turns out we didn't need to, so it works out. I don't want to get beat by Kareem Hunt later in the season, but all right. Are we diving right into this bad boy?
I think we kind of have to. I mean, there's like this is the worst week for trannies, the worst week for trades. So we got nothing else
Might as well
going
be the
on.
worst fucking Thursday in the history of the world, dude.
Dude, it is not a great Thursday for Eagles right now, but it's still early
Still early. All right.
ish.
Well, I guess I have to go first, right? Because you're doing matchup of
Yeah.
the week. Do you want me to do your matchup?
Yeah,
Get it
I'm
over?
doing. Yeah, you said you want to do my matchup?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, might as well. 8v6. Hold on 1 second. So I guess yeah, well, definitely 2v3 has to be last. Got it. All
All
right,
right.
you go first. You take my matchup on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
This
This
week's
week's
matchups.
matchup.
All right.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Wow, look at that. I'm looking at our live stream. There are 2 more subscribers. Nice.
Guaranteed,
Just
dude. And they're blowing up the
based on
chat
that.
too. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, young lady. That's very sweet of you to show me your boobs for that. No problem. Keep them coming.
All
All right,
right.
Brian. Well, let's get right into this. Let's scroll off those shoes too, so we can
Got you.
hear what
Get
you
rid of
got to
those shoes,
say.
those blue suede shoes. Yep.
That's right. All right. In this first matchup, Brian, we've got with a brand new avatar everybody's been talking about on the streets. We got Beans Bitch rolled up by 100 by the worst team in the league. There's nothing better. We got Ed Logger going up against yours truly, ours truly, our second favorite team in the league. Brian, coming off of a tough loss, but he's ready to bounce back. Let's
Yes.
get right into it. We got Russ cooking at home against Baltimore, going up against CJ on the road at Dallas. Man, Brian, if it wasn't for Micah Parsons coming back, I would say CJ all day on this. I'm
You're
still
there's
going
I was
Christ.
gonna say there's
I'll
no way
never
you're
turn
taking
my back.
Russell Wilson.
I still don't love the
CJ,
matchup. The Houston's
no.
offensive line is sucking balls, and Micah Parsons is just mad, dude. He's
Dude, but all you
pretty
have to
pissed,
know
dude.
is the guy right below him is actually going to be back this week. That's all you need to know. He's
It'd be
missing
a
him
lot
so
better if
bad.
there wasn't that Q by his name like last week.
I know,
We
I
said the
know.
same
He,
bullshit.
that Q will be gone. He practiced in full. He's ready to go. Um,
All right.
he toyed with us. He toyed with me. He toyed with my heart. But yeah, CJ Stroud. I think he's going to win this one pretty handily.
All right. That doesn't surprise me at all, Brian. And then at wide receiver, we've got Devontae Adams, Zay Flowers, and the $29 man.
Yeah.
MVS going up against your boy Nico, cozied up. DK Metcalf with no questionable tag at all, and Calvin Mr. Garbage Time himself, Brian Calvin
Yes,
Ridley.
the garbage man.
This fucking guy tried to beat me single-handedly, going up against my defense, living in the end zone. I fucking love him and hate him at once. I'll take your trio all day. Sorry, Ed.
Yeah, I'm
That's
going to take my
easy,
trio
Ed.
as well. Calvin's like the one and only option there in Tennessee. Nico's coming back. Last week, I mean, I was watching like a little bit of Twitter highlights of him practicing, which is ridiculous that I'm even doing that. Saw him jumping around. He's like, he looked like he was so psyched to get in that lineup, and everybody's like, man, his calf looks great. His hammies looking fine. Still didn't make it in. He's going to be really raring to go. DK's finally getting back since week 7. I'll take my trio as well.
All right. All right, and then at running back, we got Saquon. Where the fuck you at, Barkley? And Austin Eckler. We know where you're at, going up against JTT and Jalen Warren, also questionable.
Yeah,
Najee Harris banged up with an ankle.
I
What's going
know.
on with Jalen? Can you give us
Jalen's
some
got
insight?
he's got some back issues today. I'm not really crazy about that considering he's my only other running back.
Right. Well, I heard he threw his back out humping my mom last night. Yeah, burn.
Oh my
Wait.
God.
Oh, I
Don't
did
believe
that
this.
way wrong. My kids always tell me I'm the worst at insulting people, and I just did it again. You know what? I'm gonna assume he plays, and I'm gonna go with JTT based on what I'm seeing here. I don't like it for.
Based on the trends, I'm going to take my guys as well. However, before the matchup started, I would have taken Barkley.
Okay, that's fair. Well, yeah, maybe me too.
He might
Anyway,
come back. Who knows?
he'll come back, catch him passes. Hopefully.
Mm.
I don't know why I care about that, Brian. Then at tight end we got Double H, the gay, not the game Triple H, but the gay Double H. Going up against Double B, Brock Bowers. We like when it's easy. Give me Bowers.
Rock
There we go,
Bowers
nine
coming up
yard
to buy,
catch.
baby.
All
Bye, bye,
right.
bye.
No
All
more
right.
buys for Brock Bowers. And then in the flex, we've got Ramondre Stevenson going up against Quentin Johnston. Fucking bum. I told you any scrub scores on me. He's
All
another
he does
one.
is catch touchdowns.
2 for 24 and a touchy. Great line. Give me Stevenson.
Give me Stevenson as
Where's the
well.
Ram? Yeah, all right. And then at kicker, we've got Matt Skay going up against the boss, Matt Skay.
That's good all day.
And then finally, Brian, and only finally, we got Denver at home against Atlanta. Going up against the $0 defense, Philly at home against Washington. Um, I'm still gonna go with Philly.
Yeah, I'm going to take Philly as well. I think they're going to put the game together. I think they're going to win it in the end.
Good thing you don't have sweep the leg in there anymore. Holy shit, that
Oh my
guy was
God.
he shanked two already, right? At least
Yeah.
he's brutal. All right, overall, scroll up a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I think the combo is back. Christ Jesus will be
Yeah.
back, and I think that Ed Loggers, he's on a down. Anytime you got to put Russ in, you're kind of on a downswing. Same with MVS. But we'll
Yeah.
see. But yeah, I think I want to take you by 9.5.
Not the lock of the week though, huh?
Hmm. Definitely
No.
not.
Not the lock of the week, but anytime you got to put Russell Wilson, MVS, and you're picking up Gus Edwards, it's not your week. So, and you change your name to Beans, which is appropriate. Appropriate. I love Ed.
Oh man.
I think Ed is like, the might be the manager of the year. I don't know why. I just feel like he's manager of the year, changing these icons. He's just like always under the radar, staying involved. Potentially manager of the year, even though he might not make playoffs.
All
Um,
right.
good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Wow. All right. There's a lot of glowing comments about Ed there. It's nice
Who doesn't
playing
love
that
that? Who
reverse.
doesn't love that
You're doing
besides
that
Zach?
reverse thing. Yeah, you're doing that reverse thing they talk about on the internet, dude.
That's right. The reverse. All right, let's see here. How about Yinzer and biscuits?
I like it.
Yeah, let's do that.
That way we can avoid the Philly line for a little bit. Oh, maybe
Ex-
not. He's got a guy. But,
A little bit. All right,
well.
next up we got biscuits and porn coming in on his 3 game losing streak. That's tough.
Mm.
Going against Yinzer Jags, he's coming in on just a 1 game losing streak. He's currently in 7th. Both these teams on the outside looking in, but they're both right there, really close. This is a really big matchup for both teams. Um,
Agreed.
it's a great thing that Delling didn't play Goff last week. I mean, I don't think Stafford did much better, but what did Goff have, like five interceptions or something?
Yeah, I think he cleaned up and garbage it up
Did
to
he?
about 20 though,
Okay,
which
so
based on, I mean, he had three entering the fourth quarter or something. It was
yeah,
bad, dude.
it
But
was ugly. But we got Herbert going up against Goff. Yeah, I'm gonna take Herbert on Sunday night.
I'm taking Herbert all day. I think that Cincy's D is that bad.
Yep.
I saw a stat somewhere where since he's the first team to score 33 plus, like how many times and still lose, their defense is that bad. And I think the Detroit's going to
Um,
roll over Jacksonville. They won't need Goff,
Same.
so give me Herbert.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I think those Detroit running backs are going to feast. And unfortunately, Downing doesn't have a lot of running backs. He's got like some of the pass catchers. So he's got the wrong kind of players for Detroit this week. Receivers, we got Mooney, Smith, and McConkey going up against Amon Ra, Cooper Cup, and Amari Cooper. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'll say one
Man,
thing, dude. Mooney might be one of the snags of the year. He's been awesome, especially given his draft position and every week starter. All that said, we like when it's easy. Give me Matty.
super easy. Yeah, still going to give it to Detling here. And it would be better if he had McConkey right next to Herbert. It's a long way to get him the passes. So
It
I think
really,
he'll
he
change on
has
me
to
for Sunday.
travel across two whole receivers, dude. What is he doing?
I don't
What's he
know.
even thinking, dude? I don't like it.
All right, now we got Gibbs and Bang Bang going up against KW3 and James Cook. Um, I I think on the strength of Gibbs alone, I mean Bang Bang's already got a touchdown, but yeah, give me Gibbs.
Yeah, no one's a bigger fan of Bang Bang tonight than you, Brian, and he's already producing. And like you said,
It
based
is.
on what we're seeing, I'll take biscuits also.
Yep. All right, and then in the tight end position, we've got Evanescence Ingram going up against Tyler Craft. I mean,
Tucker and Dale versus Evil, dude,
I
isn't
think
it?
Laporta is actually hurt, isn't he? Is Laporta fit? Is he actually hurt?
I mean, he looks hurt. Look at his picture. He's a little hurt, dude.
No
His smile would be
practice.
bigger if he was healthy,
Yeah.
obviously. They have a different photo for how they're feeling each week. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, funny.
That's how
That'd be
you
great
win
if
at
he did.
fantasy, dude.
It was
Like
like,
in Tecmo Super Bowl, he's like an
yes.
excellent, you know what I mean? Anyway,
Or,
hey Javante, we'll take 22 for 24. All right.
that's so funny.
Throw the ball, Philly, all night long. And then run it in with Hertz or throw it to AJ. I don't know why we're talking about this.
Who knows?
You know
We're
what?
getting sidetracked.
Give me fucking Jimmy Jam in this one, dude. I
Yeah,
like
me
it.
too. Give me
Matty's on the
Ingram.
slide, dude. He's hurting.
He is. Ingram's going to be getting a lot of targets since Detroit's going to be up. So, yeah, give me that. All right.
Oh wait,
And next
we
up,
called the matchup before we even got to the flex. Holy shit, dude! Wow, we suck.
kind of. In the flex, we have Najee Harris, who he's having a decent year, going up against Dowdle. Najee was banged up a little bit. I think he practiced in full today. Mm.
That's a tough
I'm going to
one.
say it is a tough one. I'll still say Najee gets like a touchdown. Give it to him.
Yeah, until I see something from Dallas's offense, I'll take Najee.
Exactly. All right, we got this some dude named Brandon going up against Groupie.
I'd never take a groupie over a Brandon
Yeah,
Bryant.
we'll take Brandon for sure. And then we got Casey's D. Still, they're playing Buffalo
Ooh,
in Buffalo. And then we got San Fran at home versus Seattle.
give me San Fran.
Yeah, San Fran, but not by much. Casey's D, they've just been having a great year. And I so
Yeah,
want them to lose.
at Buffalo is just not ideal.
I know.
Well,
That's gonna be I hope to catch at least the second half of that game. That could be a really good one. They
yeah, I
always
don't. I
are.
think I'm
KC and
working.
Buffalo is always a good game.
I didn't even look at my schedule yet. I think I'm working.
I hope for your sake, on a Sunday, do you get home like so you can see the second half of that game?
No,
Yeah. All right. Overall, I mean, it's like you said, it's definitely not Detling's week. We took almost all. of biscuits and porn. So I think Crick finally snaps his 3 game losing streak, and Delling adds one more to his.
I agree. Both teams will be 5 and 6 after this, and then it gets really interesting with three to go.
Really,
So
really interesting.
a big game. Need them all, but especially this week.
All right, where do you want to go next?
Mm, why don't we go balls deep versus possum? Why not?
Yeah, and yeah, we no players playing tonight, or do we? No, we do. I'm sorry, we do.
Oh,
Oh,
Mr.
wow,
Not even a Tarjay for Mr. Scary Terry over there. That's weird.
that's not good. Okay.
All right, Brian, in this next matchup, we've got my stepson coming off a big win, getting himself the inside, looking out. We got balls deep with Deshaun Watson and Icon going up against our first place current world champion. If Yellowstone erupted right now, Brian, he'd take home the trophy. It'd probably be all melty and shit, but he could probably still have sex with it, Brian. Let's get right into it. We got Jordan Love at Chicago going up against Lamar at Pittsburgh. How do you go against Lamar? I don't know. I'm not going to try and find out.
Dude, I think Lamar is 1-5 against the Steelers, and for that reason, give me Jordan Love.
All right. Hey, I like it. And I also like this, Brian. We got Romeo Dubes cozied up to his love of his love. I love that. We got Cortland Sutton and Juwan Jennings on paper, not very scary. But
Yeah,
in practice, you never know. We got Scary
I know.
Terry, Just Jeff, and Cedric Tillman on the other side. Uh, yeah, I'm still gonna go with Ryan on this one.
Yeah, same here. Even though Scary Terry has zero, not scary at all, we still got Just Jeff and Tillman. Pretty good pickup, I mean, with
I,
Jameis over there.
I think that Terry will come out in the second half. All right. All right, and then in the running back position, we've got Monty and Aaron Jones going up against the man himself, Derrick Henry, the King, and another scrub running back from Denver, Estime. Give me Derrick Henry. I'd never pick against Derrick Henry.
No, give me Derrick Henry. That guy's just unreal. I mean, they're claiming that he is in the talks for MVP. I would love to see him get it.
He is just crushing right now. What can you say? He's like RB1.
But
Period.
I would still won't be surprised. Aaron Jones and Monty, that's a nice combo right there too.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville's D is going to take it on the chin this week too. So Monty might be getting to eat a
Yeah.
bit. So that's a good matchup. But again, after what Derrick Henry did to me, I'll never pick against him. And then at tight end, we've got our freebie off the waivers, Will Disley, going up against a banged up Dalton Kincaid in the matchup that no one cares about.
No.
Uh, give me Dis. He's gonna diss
This,
him with Disley, dude.
all right, give
That's
me
just weird.
Kin, give me Dalton Kincaid.
He's like one of your kid, all right. And then in the flex, we got my man Josh Jacobs stepping on cubes, going up against Ricky Pearsall of San Francisco.
Oh,
Give me Jacobs all day, baby.
give me Jacobs. Man, Streetside's definitely has some issues here. Bye-week blues, I guess.
Yeah, something's going on. Anytime you got Pearsall on the flex, you're not having a good week. And ST May in there, yeah, it's weird.
I estimate he's going to lose.
Estime Cleveland Stine on his chest, just like Craig. All right, and then in the kicker we got Youngway Koo going up against Moo. It's the Koo versus the Moo. Uh,
Wow.
Give me Koo, dude.
Cool. What did he was he like 1 for 4 last week?
I mean, Moody also missed two or three, didn't he? These
Wow.
guys are coming off bad
Right.
game. I mean, Moody hit his one at the end to win, but
Yeah,
yeah, he had a bad week
give me
too.
Moody. He's kicking in that mile high air. Give me Moody.
We should have this every week, a move versus a coup, Brian, and then finally, we've got Detroit, like we talked about, at home against Jacksonville, going up against Purple on the road at
Wow.
Tennessee.
That's
Plus
sweet.
matchups
That's
all over
sweet.
the place, and in those instances, I got to go with Minnesota.
All right, I'm gonna go with Detroit here. Um,
You know what's weird,
they're
dude?
so tasty.
Overall, I'm gonna take my stepson. I think he's gonna pull this out. I think Ryan's bye week blues are gonna be kind of bluesy,
It
like
really, really, it really
kind of
could.
feels like it.
I mean, if there's a week that he's gonna lose, it feels like it's probably this one. What does he have on the bench here anyway? Does he have some bye week issues? Not really. That's kind of strange. Maybe he's not. I mean, is he gonna put Pittman in there? Do we think?
Pittman plus Richardson equals suck balls.
Yeah,
You know, I don't
true.
know. Dunze is not in there. It's
I
just
know.
wild all
Yeah,
over.
it's interesting. He's making some choices here. If anybody has bye week, it's this guy right here. Your stepson. Look at that. One, two, three, four, five. I mean, really only Harrison and probably McBride are starters, but yeah, he's got more body issues.
Definitely. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Right, and looks like Elliott
Dude,
finally
Philly
kicked a
takes this
field goal.
fucking field goal. What a
It's
stupid
ridiculous.
half that
Dude,
was.
yeah, exactly. They're like basically on the 3 yard line. They can't punch it in.
Yeah, I don't want to
Ridiculous.
talk about it. You should have thrown it to
Um,
AJ on every play. Everybody
all
knows
right,
that.
I'm just gonna switch over here to Darkwing versus Shawshank.
I like it.
Um, let's go. We got Darkwing Jet. He's on a 2 game losing streak, kind of sliding down there. Hate to see it. He started out pretty strong. Going up against Shawshank Athletics. He's having himself a year. He's only 5-5, but it feels like he's like 7-3. Feels
And
like
he's
his
also
record's
on a
better
two.
than.
Why is everybody on a 2 game losing streak,
I
dude?
don't know.
How is that even
Everyone's.
possible? Well, I guess I've won four in a row. I don't know why I'm
That's
talking about
true.
that. That's
That's
weird.
true. Craig's on like a 8 game winning streak. Uh, feels like a 10 game winning streak. First up, we got Josh Allen at home versus KC. That's like his kryptonite, but he always plays well against them. Going against Gino in San Fran. Give me Josh Allen.
Give me Josh Allen. Terrible matchups for both.
Yeah, they are terrible, but Josh Allen's going to show up at home. And then receiver, we got CeeDee Lamb, Xavier Worthy, and
Ooh.
Jameson Williams going up against Garrett Wilson, Drake London, and George Pickens. I'm going to tell you, I'm going Josh. I like his tree. I mean, he doesn't have CD, but then again, who cares?
I'm going Josh all day. That's easy,
Josh all
dude.
day. I mean, you still got Cooper Rush over here, right? So
Cooper Rush, Worthy sucks. He gets like 1 to
yeah,
-points every week, and then
yeah.
Jameson
That's
Williams.
actually a kind of a that's a gross matchup. That's a gross trio there. So yeah, Josh,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
easy, dude. Give me Josh.
super easy. All right. And definitely the running back surprise of the year, for me at least. I never thought Mixon was going to do as well as he has been. Mixon and Kyron, solid combo going against Pollard and Swift. This is the opposite of the receivers.
Yeah, give me Juddy.
Juddy. I gotta steal Joe Mixon off of Juddy somehow.
Good luck.
I know. All right. In the tight end position, we got Andrews versus Kelsey. Kelsey's been going
Let's
strong.
see.
Yeah. In the flex, we got Jaden Reed going up against CMC.
CMC.
CMC, he got back on track a little bit last week. I feel like he might break out completely this week. And then Jetty's got to find a kicker, and so does Josh. What's going on with Buckers? Obviously,
Oh,
it's
he's out.
doubtful.
Yeah, I think he's out for the year.
Oh wow! And
Hurt
so
his hammy. I mean, it was a leg injury, so it's a
clearly they're
shame
not
it
going to play
wasn't his left arm or something. You know.
anybody.
Turns out it was the thing he relies on the most, Brian, are his two legs, and one of them's really hurt. So, you know what? I'll take neither in this matchup.
Oh yeah, I
I
will
don't like
also take.
either.
All right, all right, and then we
But
got the
there is a
Jets deep.
chance that they could outscore your kicker and mine, Brian, because they
That's very true. Very true.
because zero is a very safe floor. You
Yeah.
know,
What did you
like
get? 2 points last week?
sweep the leg has zero, and he's had a carnival of a night, dude.
That's funny. All right, and then we got the New York Jets defense playing at home versus the Colts. They're bringing Richardson back, going up against Pittsburgh at home versus the event against Lamar and the Purple Machine. Yeah, give me the Jets.
I mean,
I mean, it's
I
stealing
guess I'll
budget.
take the Jets, but
Yeah,
damn, do they look like shit, dude.
I know. I don't think either one of these is
I
gonna.
hate Aaron Rodgers, dude. He's washed. He's trash.
Is he? Does he?
He's.
Is this his only contract year? Like what?
I think so, dude. I mean, he's He's not a fine wine, dude. He is a fucking stale beverage that you left under your bed,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, he needs to go back into his little hut, do some more ayahuasca, and
Yeah,
find
just
out.
fucking eat some mushies and find out that you suck at football. He's like, oh, and just have that epiphany, dude. Like, oh, I suck.
The sooner the better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm out of there.
See,
Develop a young guy.
he went to that total darkness room for like 4 days or whatever, and he couldn't watch tape of himself. So hopefully this year he'll be able to review how poorly he did.
I mean, I don't know who's watching the tape, but I think that you could get a young kid in there and try to develop him and have Rodgers help him from the sideline or something, dude, because it ain't happening on the field. All
Yeah,
that said, I think this might be Larry's lead pipe lock of the week, Brian. We have got our man Josh back in form. Maybe he'll even bowl another 300, but he's going
yeah,
to blow Juddy out of the water this week. It's not even going to be close.
yeah. I mean, Josh's team is looking a lot stronger with CMC back in that flex. He waited a long time for that, and thankfully for him, he's still in the playoff hunt. So
He never sacrificed his team for any. Has
yeah,
had the same trio all year. He's got Addison on the bench. He's got
yeah,
Kelsey in there.
yeah. He's got a half decent bench too. Which no offense, Josh, but usually your bench isn't this strong. I mean, it's not
It's
great. It's not
Hey,
awful.
Tank Bigsby came through a
Yeah,
couple big wins for him already this year.
and Juan
I mean,
Dale
I
is a
hate Gabe
solid.
Dave, but how can you not
Yeah,
hate Gabe Dave? As a
exactly. But
football
Juan
fan,
Dale
really.
Robinson, he's a solid WR3. Addison probably
Oh yeah, dude.
WR4.
And Gino's like QB in the top three. So yeah, no, it's he's having a good year. I think he's going to keep it going.
All
All
right.
right,
Well,
we're
we've
down
got
in our
two.
next to last matchup,
Yeah,
dude.
next
Let's
slide.
just
Why don't you take it? So do you mean to just
obviously.
I mean, is it any more obvious for the next to last matchup here? Now, let me just scroll here. You gotta take this one.
All right, and in this next to last matchup, not the matchup of the week, of course, Brian, we have got
Of
our
course.
second place current defending world champion and silver medalist this year, the Wizard of Winber, always trying to hex me and jinx me and talking shit on the podcast saying, oh, I'm never going to win. I'm such a little bitch, blah, blah, blah. I don't expect to win. I'm trying to trade Jamar Chase all over the league. Everybody knows that. Anyway, forget about that guy. And he's going up against our one of our favorite teams, my personal favorite in the whole league, uh, Disco Danny
Yeah.
Brandon AIDS on a 4 game win streak. This matchup is for all the marbles, Brian, and it's a knockout pool. It's the
Oh
streaks are on the
yeah.
line. Let's get right
Yes.
into it. We got Joe Burrow at the Chargers going up against Jalen Hurts at home against Washington. What the fuck are you doing? You better come out in the second half. But I'm gonna go with Burrow.
Gotta gotta go Burrow. I'm sure Hurts is gonna get you at least to 40 or 50 by the time it's over. Um, but yeah,
You would hope
I
so,
love how much
Brian.
is riding on this, especially that knockout pool.
Yeah, it should be fun. And there, of course, there's no even conversation about
No
splitting. I think everybody
splitsies.
know. I feel the same way as
Yeah.
Maddie. Don't be a pussy. We're not playing for real money. I wipe
Yeah,
my
me
ass
and
with
Jason Huber.
whatever this
Jason
is.
Huber and I, we always split.
Well, that was kind of your thing, but forget about that.
Mhm.
I don't want to look at this very much longer, Brian. So we got Jamar Chase, Puka Nakua, and JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba going up against my man AJ Brown, my other man Tyreek Hill, and my super sleeper favorite man Jacoby Myers. Give me Disco.
Whew. I hate. Well, you got receivers going head to head.
I mean, you can't love
Yeah,
Metcalf and JSN at once versus San Fran
I,
Canyon.
I know that's why I hesitated mainly. That was my biggest hesitation.
Mm,
Yeah, I mean, and Jamar Chase, he's gonna have a letdown week compared to last week. There's no way he's gonna put
listen, Baltimore,
30
they're not playing
touchdowns.
Baltimore this week. Okay. So
No,
there goes half of
yeah,
his
they're
fantasy
Chargers
year.
D. Yeah, I'm gonna take your receivers. Tyreek is still due for a giant monster game. Hasn't happened yet. Yeah, give me
All
your
right.
receivers.
And in the running back position, this is a real banger, Brian. We've
Oh
got
my
Braylon
goodness.
Allen And Travis Etienne Jr.,
He's like
not so
mocking you.
sweet, not so sweet, Trav, going up against Brees Hall, the guy who starts in front of this other guy, and H versus Vegas. We love
Oh
when
my
it's easy,
goodness.
Brian. Give me Braylon
Yeah.
Allen and not so sweet Trav all day.
Yeah, right. All right.
Yeah, right.
It's so
Come
funny.
on,
Did you
dude.
did you line that up or did he
Of
line that
course
up?
I do. Of
That's
course I did, Brian.
great.
I saw him in there. It's the first thing I did. It's like,
The
oh,
starter versus the backup. I mean, it is funny, but he's just hoping for some ridiculous garbage touchdown, just stealing
I
one off
mean,
of
I don't
Brees.
think he really has a choice. That his
Yeah,
bench is on a bye, and then
yeah.
like
You're.
the
I'm gonna take
waivers
your
are
running backs to the moon.
to the moon. All right, it's a Brees Hall revenge game also, and then in the tight end we've got Turd Ferguson going up against David Njoku. Give me Njoku, please.
Yep, Njoku Ferguson is pretty much DOA, with Cooper Rush there. Looks like he's banged
Uh,
up as well.
you never know. You might see Fryermuth, but either way, give me Njoku. All right, and then in the flex, we got Khalil Shakir going up against one of our favorite running backs in the whole
Yeah.
world, Bijan Robinson. Give me Bijan.
Bijan. It's super easy.
You love Bijan, especially
I
this week.
do, dude.
Oh man, that touchdown was sweet. That was sex. All right, and and then a kicker, we got the handsome Kai Fairbairn going up against Justin Tucker. You know what? Give me Tucker.
Give me Fairbairn.
All right. Then finally, finally, we got Baltimore on the road at Pittsburgh, going up against Miami at home against the Vegas. I like what I saw from the Dolphins last week, and I think they're going to clean up this week. Give me Miami.
I concur. I think Baltimore, and no, they're gonna do okay, but I mean, I feel like they just don't have a strong defense overall. I mean, they were slated
Yeah,
to
they're
be
getting
top
cooked.
seeds, but they're just not. They're not there. So Miami defense at home versus the Raiders. Give me Miami.
And this is why I spent $7 on those guys a couple weeks ago. I saw this
Oh, for
little
this
patch
matchup,
where, yeah,
yeah,
well, I
the
mean, the
stretch,
Chargers have Cincy,
yeah.
Dallas, it has Houston. So, yeah, no.
You
That's why I
would
paid the
you
money. Overall, despite the slow start, I think the Disco's going to win this one and take all the monies and all the streaks and knock Craig down a little bit because I own this guy.
please do, please do. Why is it that you chose not to play Miami last week? You probably hated seeing that score on the bench?
Well, because they're on the road at the Rams, and I
Yeah.
thought that the Chargers were against Tennessee, one of the worst teams in football
Yeah, I mean, I guess on paper that is the better matchup.
at
You
home.
forgot about Calvin. You forgot about Calvin Ridley.
Well, let's be real. I mean, that fucking touchdown came with like 12 seconds left on, you know what I mean?
I,
This is just garbage time all the way through.
they
But
still
yeah,
did well,
no, yeah.
obviously. All
Overall,
right.
it's a really
All in
good
all,
team out there.
I think that you clearly win on the strength of your running backs and your flex. I mean, any way you slice it outside, the receivers could be close, and he's got probably the stronger quarterback, but that's it. I think I'm not going to say Larry's lead pipe lock of the week, but yeah, I think he comes back down to earth, and he's going to finally see that L1
Well, I like it. I like where your head's at.
finally.
Should be fun either
Yeah.
way.
All right, the moment we've all been waiting for, the matchup of the week. We have the Jump D hooligan sitting in the basement. The lights are off, but they're flickering. They're just barely flickering.
Like a
Going
horror
against
film.
exactly going against from Gags to riches. We've got a W1 streak going up against a W2 streak. Gags is like, please don't put me back in the basement. I've finally seen some light. I don't want to go back. And Dub
Gotta have it,
C,
dude. This is it.
I
The
know
whole
Dub C is
season on the
rolling right
line.
now. The whole season. It
It
is.
is, dude.
You're
If you get
absolutely
to
right.
yeah, if you get to 3-8, it's over. There's no way in.
Yeah.
You win this game,
And
you got
that
a
is
chance.
why this is the matchup of the week because the loser will be officially clapped out. The winner will go on to basically pray for one more week, keeping those fingers crossed, the toes crossed.
You love it.
Who will it be? Who will it be? Dub C thinks it's going to be him. He's putting out Brock Purdy at home versus Seattle. And then Gags is like, nope, I'm at home with Tua versus Vegas. Give me
Mm.
Tua.
Give me two because I feel like, we're going to pound the rock a little bit against Seattle, wear them out some, and not let that aerial assault happen so
Yeah.
much.
And you know you're hoping for that Tyreek game. So in order to have a Tyreek game, you need a Tua game.
That's absolutely right, Brian.
And Dub C's hoping for the Waddle game. He's got Waddle, he's got Bateman, he's got Samuel going up against Tank Dell, BTJ, and D Hop. Ooh, it's a pretty decent matchup overall. I don't think this is a slam dunk. Tank Dell goes back into the W2 role.
Man, I
Waddle's
think that's
clearly
where he
still in
belongs,
W2.
dude. I think he's
Yeah,
better in that spot,
I
maybe.
agree. He's a strong WR2.
Um,
BTJ's gonna get some nice looks.
what is Debo doing? Based on what I'm seeing here, Debo's way too far away from Purdy to get some shit done. Give me gags.
Yep, clearly. Give me Gags as well.
Dude, he's got to go
Um,
over Waddle and under Bateman to get to him, dude. Got to go around and through Brian when he could just be right up close. I
Could
don't
be
get it.
snuggled up. All right, we got J.K. Dobbins going with Chase Brown. Look at that
Mm,
14.74 projection. Going up
hmm
against Kamara and Chubb. We still gotta go Kamara.
We're going Kamara.
How's Chubb been doing lately? I haven't really been watching at all. Like, does he look
Uh,
good?
I haven't really seen a lot of the
Yeah.
Browns, and there's really no reason for me to watch their
No, there's
highlight.
no
They were on a
reason.
bye
But I
last
mean,
week, so like it's been 2 weeks since they played. I think he's gonna. It might be his coming out party. This is a good spot for it, I think, Brian.
yeah, we'll take Kamara. And look, they're going head to head too. Kamara versus Chubb.
You gotta love it.
Yep. All right. In the tight end position, we got Kittle over the middle going up against Kyle Pitts. Give me Kittle.
Just for the first time in a while, give me someone not Kyle Pitts. Give me Kittle.
Wow, that's shocking. Absolutely shocking. And he's going with a tight end stack. We got Hawkinson going up against Downs, Jay Downs.
I'll take Josh Downs.
Yeah, I will. What? Still, even though Richardson's going in there, yeah, give me
Uh,
give me Hawkinson.
you know what? Yeah, I didn't think about that. Give me Hawk.
Yeah. All right, the kicker.
He's
We got
one ugly
kicker.
mother by the way.
Oh yeah,
He's got some
not
of the ugliest tight ends with him and Kittle. That's pretty ugly.
not pretty. And we got Dicker the kicker. I mean, his haircut is really bad too. Dicker the kicker. He needs a haircut. Going up against Will Lutz.
I mean, can we talk real quick about the Denver's fucking special teams field goal unit, by the way? This guy, their left tackle or guard, has been getting
Yeah,
killed. He's they did some stats on like how many times he's been flat pancaked at his spot on these field goals, and it's like I don't 10 times this year total.
that's
And
crazy.
That's where the Chiefs got him. This kid got run over and they blocked that field goal, a 35 yarder. It's like an extra
That's
point to win
that's
that
insane.
game. Like, give me the dick, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Give me Dicker the kicker. That's like having Detling out there on
It really
special
is, dude.
teams.
He's just like a big fucking road apple, dude, just waiting to get steamrolled. I don't really get it, but
Mm,
I don't
yeah,
know.
hopefully they took him out.
Just
All
something
right.
I read about this week. I don't know.
That's interesting. I'm sure there's like a YouTube video of like him getting smashed over and over and over.
I'm sure of it. If you can think of it, dude, it's probably happening.
It's out there. All right, we got the Rams defense in New England going against Buffalo at home versus KC.
We like when it's easy, Brian. Give us the Rams.
Yeah, yeah, give us the Rams. All right, overall, who do you like? I think we
I think I took too much gags for this. I think Dubsy had his farewell tour last week. He got his couple sexy Hondos. He got up to
yeah,
215. Put up a really good week. I think that's his siren song, my friend. That's all he's going to do the rest of the year. Give me Gagsy. And pretty healthy, I think. He's going to beat him bad this time. Sorry,
yeah.
Kevin.
This could very well be that Larry lead pipe lock of the week. Um, I'm gonna go with the Jags. Although
It
don't see
gets a
that
little hairy towards the end,
exactly,
but
exactly.
the
I
Rams
think
at New England is no lock. New England's D's playing really well, and the Rams, I don't know if they have shit figured out. They just got blown out at home by Miami, kicking
yeah.
on third down, so Matty can't have a chance to win and all this shit.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure Craig mentioned that too. Like this is a weird trend where, and I was like Maggie and I were having a smoke at the time, and I'm following the game because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is so exciting, and it's like, oh my god, who's gonna win? And I was like, oh my god, it's like a point. If he throws it to Cup one time, it doesn't even have to be a touchdown. The game's over, and all this
Oh
shit.
shit. Um,
And
how much did he lose by?
he lost by like two, less than two. It was like
Yeah,
one
he
and
did.
change.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
a little less than two, but it was like so then it's third down with 39 seconds, and I'm like, and they only have one timeout. I was like, oh, are they going to do that weird kick on third down onside thing? And I was like, no, they're not going to do that because they don't. If they don't get the, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't
That's
matter.
crazy. Yeah,
They'll go for the touchdown because the time is irrelevant, and then they lined it up and
exactly.
they kicked it. It was fucking hilarious. I think.
Was
Matty
it
kind of got what he
was
deserved.
yeah, for sure. Was he watching live, do you think?
I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
it was.
got
I
that's
thought it was so weird that he came on and wrote a chat and said, "I don't want to talk to anyone." It's like, well, that's irony at its finest. If you didn't want to talk to anybody, you wouldn't have written anything in the chat.
right, right. That's a cry for somebody to talk to.
Yeah, like what are you fucking trying to pull anyway?
It makes sense if you said, "Don't talk to Matty right now."
Yeah,
He definitely wouldn't want to talk to anybody.
I don't
But
want to talk to
yeah,
anybody for at least a few days, and he's firing these chats off, and it got funnier every time he wrote one. Like, dude, you want to talk about it? Just get it out.
uh,
It's okay.
that's wonderful.
Anyway,
But
yeah.
his
Oh, so
team,
was that. That was fun. Those are good memories. Thank you, Brian.
great memories, great memories. Um,
Oh, this game though, fucking
yeah,
ugly balls, dude.
it's a little gross, and I think what do we here? We got the Washington's getting the ball start. Yeah, Philly's got to turn this on. I know it's Thursday, but come on, Philly. We need you. We need you to show up
They'll be all right.
on defense and offense. Um, you got any final thoughts for this week?
Not
This
really,
weekend
dude.
wrap?
I'm fucking pretty tired, dude. I was up at seven
Same.
o'clock this morning. I know you were up early, or I
Yeah,
was up
about
at six actually, but
yeah. I got up about 5, but you know what? You gotta pull through the podcast, and this is when it gets fun down the home stretch.
yeah, no, I'm excited, dude. I want to win this week, but I'm afforded a loss based on clutching that one out last on Monday. So,
Yeah,
we'll
but
see what
I
happens. But
I think if you get one more win, you're not locked in, but you're pretty solid if you can get that number 7,
listen, I'm all
just
about
based
just
on the
scoring some
standings.
points, dude. Like let's
Yeah.
get our point total up because we're getting into tiebreaker central. So just keep scoring them points and hoping
Yep.
for the best. I mean, you got to get lucky to win. Everybody knows that. So we'll see. I
All
think
right,
that,
dude. Well,
dude, some of these matchups are
good.
really like must win for some of these
Oh,
teams. So
absolutely.
obviously,
Yep.
Kevin and Gags are playing for not going home already in week 11, but
Right. And
there's
I
some
would
other
venture,
good ones.
I would
It's going to
say
be
even
interesting.
Yinzer Jags is almost must win because of his low point total.
Damn, that is
You
low.
know
I
what I
haven't
mean?
even looked at.
It's like
Wow. He's
if
10th in
he's
our
a seven
hearts,
and
dude.
seven,
Yeah.
yeah, he's 10th in our hearts. If he's a 7-7 team, he doesn't make it in. So
Yeah.
if I'm deadline, he needs to finish out like minimum 3-1.
Tough, dude. I know he plays disco at least once. Well,
He
not at
plays me
least
as well.
once. I think just once.
One more time. He plays me once, he plays you once. So he's got a he's got a tough hill to climb.
Mm.
Tough road, no tough road to hoe. All right.
All right, my man.
Who else? Anybody else that needs to win for sure? I mean, I definitely would. I need a win.
I
Biscuits
need
needs a
listen.
win.
I always do. I always love a win, and I would. I think I'm rooting for Disco the most, I think, this week of any team on here, but I'm also rooting for you. For you, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
We like it when we both win and we come on here. It's way more fun.
Super duper fun. And it'll take me probably till Monday night since that's when CJ's playing, CJ and Nico. But who knows? Maybe I'll pull a Craig and win tonight with the Phillies defense.
I hope so.
All right, man. You ready?
I'm always ready, Brian. Coo- 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 coo-
All right. Have a good week.
All right, you too, brother.
All right. Later.